Hey, what's up, guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. I'm super excited today just to get this guy in the mail. Now, he's the all-new Origins Clam Champ, and also my first ever MOTU Deluxe figure. That's right. Now, both Clam Champ and Ram Man turned up on the local Mattel Malaysia online site for sale, but we still haven't seen any sign of the earlier deluxe figures like He-Man and Skeletor though. But all in good time, right? Right now, I'm just super happy to get this guy in my hands. About as happy as Clamp here seems to be too, right? Right? I mean, just look at that expression right there. You know, and I'm actually loving the new larger card backs. The fact that we now get more room for character artwork, especially in the front of the card, this is just amazing. However, I do feel that the card back needs to be a little bit sturdier, especially with so many different things being sealed and packed on them. Because I kind of noticed quite a fair bit of bending and stress marks, especially in this whole exposed section here. So getting these flat and mint could be a challenge in some ways. But what do you guys think? Do the cards on these need to be thicker? Let me know in the comments. Okay, back at the package, and we see that there's more room now on these larger Origins Deluxe packages for the amazing rear artwork to be expanded. It's like the old card backs were on a 40-inch TV and this new one's a 65-inch. Okay, you have what appears to be Ninja in an assassination attempt on King Randor, and Clam Champ stopping one of his arrows with his hands. Now that I think about it, there seems to be some continuity here because on the artwork for the Ninja card back, we saw him about to strike both Clam Champ and King Randor. And this new visual seems to be a follow-up from that battle in which we see Ninja getting clamped. You know what? This is just freaking amazing, okay? To see two separate card backs telling a continuing story. And actually, the trio of characters here, Ninja, Clam Champ, and King Randor, they sort of represent a dream team of sorts for the vintage MOTU line, because all three figures are extremely hard to find these days on the secondary market for a reasonable price. Hey, I'm not kidding, guys. Go check out some of the auctions for these guys on eBay. Inside the package, we got ourselves the new instructional guide for Clam Champ, which shows you where all the parts can be disassembled. Also, in addition to this, we also get a new mini comic, Battle Armor Reborn. And this one teases the two new He-Man and Skeletor figures that we still don't have here in Malaysia. Hey, just where in the hell are those figures anyway? Anyway, we'll review this mini comic in a separate video soon. Okay, it's time for the main event. Let's check out the champ. Now, I've always said that I truly appreciate it every time we get a human figure in Masters of the Universe, because so much of the line is based on hybrids of creatures and monsters mixed in with a humanoid design. But just a pure human figure is where you see the sculptors really shine with the facial expressions. And Clam Champ here is one of the best executed so far in the line. Now, this regular head sculpt that he comes packed in looks convincingly serious, like he means absolute business. Now, I like how with Origins, Mattel is changing the facial expressions of how these characters look like in the vintage line. Not so much maybe how they did it with He-Man. I really didn't like the look that they went with him at all. But with Clam Champ and even Triclops, they've now added so much more personality to the sculpt. The rest of the armor on his body is a very faithful update from how the vintage figure looked like. All the way down from his chest armor right down to his boots. Again, very nice work. And I also appreciate how clean the paint looks on this and, practically all the Origins figures. You don't get anything like splotches or incorrectly applied areas. Everything looks to be in place and looks spot on. Accessories. Okay, so this is a deluxe figure and we are treated to a whole bunch more than usual. Firstly, we get this oversized techno clamp accessory. Now check this thing out. So what you gotta do is just push down on this button here and these pincers come popping out. Yeah, just like that. We also get an extra clamp or claw-like weapon, very nicely done and definitely more portable than the Techno clamp. There's also an extra gripping hand, so now both hands can hold on to separate weapons. Or you could still have one hand holding a weapon and this new gripping hand, which has its thumbs up, could be trying to hitchhike a ride or something. Okay, so the last accessory piece, and one of the main reasons I feel getting these deluxe sets are so worth it, it's the extra head sculpt. Man, just look at Clamp here. He looks like he's having a really good day. But actually, the sculpt has a bit of a sinister edge to it, you know. It kind of works better, I think, in a play scenario where Clamp gets possessed by the forces of evil and turns into a maniac. Now, one of the things that I'm really happy about this time is that even with the ridiculously oversized nature of the Techno clamp, I mean, this thing is like half his body. But with the improved articulation on the Origins figures, you can balance it just right so that Clamp can hold the Techno clamp in just about any position. Okay? And this was something that just wasn't possible with the vintage figure. But now, yeah, check it out. You can have him in all these cool positions. Look at that. And, you know, if you wanted to, you could probably even maybe have him riding it as a board or something like that. What do you guys think? Now, one of the things that I really would have liked was if the armor had a peg to attach the clamp onto his back. Yeah, something like that, so that, you know, he could just like lug it around on his back and that would free up his hands. Now, what do you guys think? Would that have made it work? Let me know in the comments. Now, I do have the original Clamp Champ from the 1980s in my collection, and I'm bringing him out to the party. Actually, I've reviewed him as well on the channel something like 2 years ago. I'll put the link in the description, so go show my older videos some love too. Now, looking at this original figure, you can see how, you know, even 30 years ago, okay, as far back as 30 years ago, they managed to totally nail the sculpt on him, okay? He looks totally excellent. And in fact, you know, he looks totally menacing just by being so still, okay? You notice how his eyes do not actually make direct contact? Yeah, they're kind of like looking off to the side a bit. And you just know, okay, that if they do make contact, then you're going to be in big trouble, man. You're going to be in big, big trouble. On the back of the figure, there's something here that makes me feel so proud that I'm from Malaysia and this is a Malaysian channel that covers Masters of the Universe. You see here the original Mattel manufacturing stamp from the 80s and it states Malaysia as the country of manufacturer. It just blows my mind seeing this, knowing that the toy was made in the same country that I was born in and at the same time when I was a kid obsessing about these toys. Here's the champ's original Techno clamp. As you can see, it's the same huge size and everything, okay? Just a red handle instead of grey like with the new one. Now on the back, you actually get to see the Malaysian manufacturing stamp again, and a lot clearer too. So let's check out the weapon in action. You see how when you press down on the trigger or the button, you see how it works differently from the Origins version, and in fact allows for more rapid action and movement which you can control. Look at that. Now getting the weapon onto Clam Champ, and this is what I was talking about. Okay, he actually doesn't stand well. He actually doesn't stand well at all. Okay, and with the Techno Clam raised, you see how the champ basically struggles, and yeah, he just goes down. The champ goes down. You okay, buddy? Yeah, let's get you up. Let's get you to your feet. Okay, but with some careful balancing, you can get him to stand up with the weapon in hand. Yeah. So long as it's not pointed upwards at anything. Now, if you want to get him into an action position and clamping someone, then, well, he's going to need some assistance. Okay. Yeah, so you're going to have to get everything into place. Getting well adjusted. Yeah. You ready, champ? You ready? Let's do this. Yeah. Doing a side-by-side comparison between both the Techno Clamps, you see how the modern one releases the claws just once when you press the button. And the vintage clamp allows for the claws to spring out and then retract back, and you have control over this continuous attack mode. Yeah. Look at that thing go. Now, with the new one as well, the claws have to be manually placed back into the clamp. Now, what can I say? This was a rare misstep for the Origin series, and definitely the original Techno Clamp is the better of the two. Okay guys, I'm wrapping things up with a shot of our heroes together, side by side, past and present. So drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of the video. I want to hear from you guys. And do share this video out and support me by subscribing to the channel. Hey, thanks everyone. I'll catch you guys again real soon.